This is undoubtedly one of the toughest announcements that I've ever personally had to make. But after the accident and turn 4 at the end of the Daytona 500, we've lost Dale Earnhardt.
The day NASCAR lost Dale Earnhardt, February 18, 2001, will forever loom as the day the NASCAR culture changed. In the 11 years preceding Earnhardt's death, 9 drivers died during NASCAR National Series races. In the 2 decades since, the sport remarkably has not suffered a single driver fatality at a major NASCAR race. 0 deaths in 20 years, despite horrific accidents such as Ryan Newman's crash in the 2020 Daytona 500. What changed? Nearly everything about NASCAR's and its drivers' approach to safety. Why? Because the sport's Superman died. In response to Earnhardt's death, NASCAR spearheaded a driver's safety overhaul that experts estimate has saved dozens of lives over the past 2 decades based on the sport's pre-2001 fatality rates.
Okay, that's it. That's the last straw. We need to do something here. And it's no doubt in my mind that it's because of, a lot of it is because of who it was. But that's the way life works.
It took a transformational event such as Earnhardt's death to challenge stubborn drivers' long-held bravado towards safety.
And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass.
Like Ricky Craven told me, we lost an icon. In the eyes of so many, Dale Earnhardt was larger than life. Craven even once said to himself, if Dale Earnhardt could die in a race car, we're f***ed. Earnhardt carried an unprecedented stature in the sport. The working-class fans worshipped the son of a mill worker. He had the ear of NASCAR leadership. He possessed brilliant marketing instincts, developing a fierce and fearless persona that drove NASCAR's merchandise sales.
Checker flag.
Most of all, he won, especially at Daytona. Earnhardt, NASCAR's 8th winningest driver of all time, treated Daytona as his personal playground, winning a record 34 races there across various series. As Earnhardt's son, Dale Earnhardt Jr. said, there's a lot of fans that ain't quite recovered from that loss. NASCAR didn't want that to happen again. And he's right.
It wasn't like everybody saying, there's no problem. It wasn't that. It was, okay, let's do the math. Let's do the science. Let's think through this. Let's not just, make a knee-jerk reaction. But I think enough of the homework had been done that when Dale's accident happened, it was, okay, we've got some things in the work, we need to implement them right away.
In the summer after Earnhardt's death, before NASCAR released its investigation to the public, NASCAR showed drivers footage of actual racing wrecks using crash test dummies plus in-car camera footage that demonstrated how much the head moved inside the car. Still, it would take time and consistent effort to alter the sport's daredevil culture. One source of resistance came from drivers who had already tried new ideas, such as the Hans device, and gave it mixed reviews. Despite initial resistance to the cumbersome device, it didn't take long for drivers to accept the Hans after Earnhardt's death.
I remember walking through the garage as a rookie in Daytona in 2001, and this salesman came up to me and he says, here, try this device on. And I look at it and it's this thing called a HANS device. And I put it on for a practice session. It was bulky, it was a little awkward, but I could see the effort behind it. And as a rookie, I just said, you know what? I hope I'm around here for a long while. I'm gonna implement this into my safety procedures for all of my racing gear.
When Earnhardt died, Jeff Gordon realized he had no choice but to use the restraints, so he worked on acquiring a Hans molded and shaped to fit his body. 2 weeks after Earnhardt's death and 7 months before NASCAR mandated its use, Gordon began wearing the device in races. Years later, he believes it saved his life.
That Las Vegas wreck, I know for a fact that Hans device saved my life that day, because everything else in my body moved and stretched and was so incredibly sore the days following that, that I don't think that my head, with that helmet on it, I could have survived that without holding it back with the Hans.
It took another year and a scary crash for the sport to embrace safer barrier walls. In 2002, when Busch slammed into a safer barrier during a race in Indianapolis, his survival convinced NASCAR of the benefits of the soft wall. After the collision, Busch popped right out of his car and gestured at the driver who wrecked him. NASCAR's success in preventing driver fatalities over the past 20 years owes much to the organization's decision to stop leaving drivers in charge of protecting themselves and instead requiring all participants in the sport to follow uniform safety standards.
That's really something that has continued through today. As we sit here today, has been a charge that was 100% led by NASCAR, and all the things that they changed with the racetracks and the mandates that were put into place through the years to where we are today.
Dean Sicking, the creator of the Safer Barrier, said, quote, "If you told me in 2003 we'd get to 2020 and nobody would die in a barrier crash, I would have said, did they cancel the sport?" No, they did not. Only the toughest racer dying allowed drivers to feel comfortable speaking out for safety improvements. The day NASCAR lost Dale Earnhardt, February 18, 2001, created an Earnhardt legacy that everybody wishes never happened, but also goes down in history as his most important mark on the sport. NASCAR's superhero perished and sparked a revolution.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.